The Los Angeles Lakers season has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride, one that's been filled with an overwhelming number of ups and downs. For anyone following the team closely, it's hard to ignore the glaring inconsistencies that have defined their journey so far. LeBron James continues to be the shining star, defying age and expectations, especially considering he's now deep into his 21st season in the NBA. His performances remain nothing short of extraordinary, even as he moves into what would be considered the twilight years of most players' careers. His leadership on and off the court has been invaluable, and the Lakers continue to rely heavily on his remarkable ability to dominate games, even at this advanced stage of his career. Then there's Anthony Davis, a player who, despite his constant struggles with injuries, has showcased just how elite he can be when fully healthy. There have been moments of sheer brilliance from Davis, particularly on the defensive end, where his shot-blocking ability and rim protection are still among the best in the league. Offensively, he has shown that he can be a major force as well, capable of taking over games and putting up huge numbers when he's feeling it. However, the ongoing injury concerns make it difficult to count on Davis to remain at his peak level for an entire season. This is where the Lakers situation gets tricky. While they have two of the most talented players in the NBA, there's a significant gap that remains unfilled. They lack that third player, someone who can consistently contribute at a high level, provide stability, and help carry the load alongside LeBron and Davis. This lack of a third reliable star has been an issue for the Lakers all season, and it's something that has held them back from being true championship contenders. With the trade deadline approaching, many fans were hopeful that the Lakers would make a move to address this gap. However, the team has largely remained quiet on the trade front, leading to frustration and anticipation among their fan base. While there have been no major moves, the rumors swirling around the league suggest that the Lakers are quietly biding their time, waiting for the right moment to strike. This could mean that the team is looking towards the offseason to make a more significant play, one that could drastically change the course of their future and perhaps alter the entire landscape of the NBA. It's not just the Lakers situation that has everyone talking, though. The future of the team is closely tied to developments in the broader NBA, especially with how teams out west are shaping up. Take the Golden State Warriors, for example. Stephen Curry continues to defy the odds in his 16th year in the league, posting remarkable numbers that would make most players in their prime envious. Curry's ability to move off the ball and his shooting range are still unmatched, making him one of the most dangerous players in the NBA. However, despite Curry's individual brilliance, the Warriors have been a bit disoriented throughout the season. The team has struggled for consistency, with some key players not living up to expectations. But this all changed when the Warriors made a surprise move just before the trade deadline, adding a key player to their roster. Since then, Golden State has been on a tear, winning 18 of their 23 games post-All-Star break, and they now appear to be back in the mix as one of the top contenders in the Western Conference. But here's the thing. Even with this resurgence, Golden State is far from guaranteed a deep playoff run. If the Warriors were to hit another bump in the road in the postseason, say, if Curry continues to play at an MVP level but they still fall short, it could open up a window of opportunity for the Lakers to capitalize on. And here's where it gets really interesting. Curry is not just playing for the here and now. He's playing for legacy. Curry's hunger for championships and accolades is well documented. And if Golden State were to fall short yet again, there's a growing sentiment that Curry might start pushing for significant changes within the organization. Could Curry, perhaps, seek more support from the front office? Would the Warriors feel the pressure to shake up their roster to ensure that they maximize what's left of Curry's championship window? These are all questions that could have a ripple effect on the Lakers' strategy moving forward. As these discussions are unfolding across the Western Conference, the Lakers find themselves in a unique and advantageous position. The team has valuable assets at their disposal: young, promising players who are still developing, tradable contracts, and a front office that, love them or hate them, knows when to make bold moves. This could lead to a fascinating scenario come the offseason, where the Lakers may look to pull off a major acquisition, potentially bringing in a big name that could push them over the top. One name that has been floating around is a player who has been a defensive juggernaut and a force on offense when healthy. But that's the key word here, health. This player has struggled with injuries over the years, and there are legitimate concerns about whether he can stay healthy for a full season, particularly during the crucial moments of the postseason. Despite these doubts, his performances when he's on the court are a reminder of how dominant he can be. The player's situation has only become more complicated in recent months, after an unexpected trade that caught many by surprise. Since the trade, he has played in only 7 games, but in those games, he showed exactly why he's so highly regarded when fully committed. He dropped 34 points and grabbed 15 rebounds in a game against the Hawks, and followed it up with 27 points and 9 rebounds against the Clippers. Those performances are a testament to his exceptional talent, but the lingering uncertainty about his health continues to raise questions. The team that acquired him seems to be structuring their roster around their 2 stars, Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, and there's speculation that they could look to trade him again if the right offer comes along. Could the Lakers be in the running for a reunion? It's a tantalizing thought, especially given the potential fit alongside LeBron and Davis. He could provide that much-needed defensive presence and star power to complement the Lakers' current lineup. But the question remains, can the Lakers find a way to bring him back? It's not going to be easy, especially with the team's salary cap situation, but with a little creative maneuvering, it might just be possible. This is where the offseason could get really interesting for the Lakers. They have the assets to make a splash, and if the right deal comes along, they could bring in that 3rd star who could help propel them back to the top of the Western Conference. Names like Zach LaVine, DeJounte Murray, and even the unlikely possibility of a return for a former Laker could be in play. There's a growing sense that the Lakers could be gearing up for a major offseason, one that could rival the move they made in 2019 when they acquired Anthony Davis. With all these potential moves on the table, the question becomes, how aggressive should the Lakers be? Should they go all in and risk their future for the chance to win now? Or should they take a more measured approach, building slowly around their young players while continuing to develop the roster for the long term? Fans and analysts alike are divided on this question, but one thing is clear. The Lakers are at a crossroads, and the decisions they make in the coming months could define the direction of the franchise for years to come. This is a team that has always prided itself on going after championships. And for a franchise with as rich a history as the Lakers, anything less than greatness is never enough. The pressure is mounting, and the moves they make this offseason will be critical in shaping the future of the team. Whether they go bold or play it safe, the upcoming months promise to be as exciting and unpredictable as ever. One thing is certain. The Lakers' next move will be one of the most talked about stories in the NBA, and the entire basketball world will be watching closely. As the Lakers continue to evaluate their future, there are a lot of potential paths they can take. However, every move they make will have significant ramifications not just for the franchise, but for the entire league. One thing is for sure, the pressure to act is undeniable. The Lakers are a team defined by their legacy of championships, and anything short of contention is viewed as a failure. For this reason, the front office will undoubtedly be contemplating every option available to them in an attempt to ensure that the team remains competitive, not just for this season, but for the years to come. The challenge facing the Lakers is balancing their immediate pursuit of a championship with their long-term future. The presence of LeBron James means the team is always a threat, but it also means the window for championship contention is finite. As much as the front office has always sought to build around LeBron, they know that this window is slowly closing. His age and the inevitable decline that comes with it make it clear that the Lakers need to make moves while they still have time to maximize his potential on the court. Yet, at the same time, the team can't ignore the need to build for the future, especially when considering the young players on the roster. Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and Max Christie represent the next wave of Lakers talent, and their development could be key in maintaining the franchise's competitiveness even once LeBron and Davis are no longer the focal points of the team. The question then becomes how to strike that balance, how to improve the current roster without sacrificing the future. It's a delicate juggling act, one that requires the Lakers to think long and hard about the types of moves they should make. On the one hand, they could look for immediate upgrades, players who could contribute right now, and help them contend for a championship. On the other hand, they could focus on adding pieces that will grow with the team over time, setting up the franchise for future success while still remaining competitive in the present. The reality is that this offseason could define the Lakers for years to come. With so many teams around them in the Western Conference improving, the Lakers can't afford to stand still. The Denver Nuggets, with their MVP-caliber player Nikola Jokic, remain a dominant force in the West, and teams like the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder are rapidly improving. The competition in the West is fierce, and it's clear that standing pat is not an option. Even if the Lakers manage to bring in a third star or another key player, the question will always remain, will that be enough? The Lakers have seen firsthand how difficult it can be to sustain success in such a tough conference. This season, despite the individual brilliance of LeBron and Davis, they've struggled to find that consistency. The team needs a spark, someone who can step up consistently and help elevate the team to the next level. Perhaps one of the most pressing concerns for the Lakers as they look ahead is the health of Anthony Davis. His injury history has been a point of concern for years, and while he's shown flashes of greatness, there's always the looming possibility that an injury could derail the team's hopes. That's why bringing in another star is so important. The Lakers can't afford to rely solely on Davis and LeBron. They need a third option who can take over when necessary. That's why names like Zach LaVine and DeJounte Murray are being considered. These players could provide the scoring punch and defensive ability that the Lakers need to be a more complete team. If Davis were to go down, or if LeBron were to slow down, the Lakers would need someone else capable of stepping up in their place. Looking at the bigger picture, it's also essential for the Lakers to manage their salary cap carefully. While they have valuable assets, they're not immune to the challenges of team building. The team's financial flexibility will play a big role in determining what moves they can make. Trades and free agent signings will all need to fit within the constraints of the cap, and if the Lakers want to make a big splash this offseason, it will require creative maneuvering. It's also worth noting that the team's draft picks are an important asset, even if the Lakers haven't always been keen on using them in past years. The ability to trade up or improve their draft position could play a significant role in their efforts to rebuild or strengthen the roster. In terms of free agency, there's also potential for the Lakers to make moves that add depth to the roster. While they may not be in the running for top-tier stars, there are players who could provide immediate help, veterans who are looking to join a championship contender. A player like Jonas Valanciunas could give the Lakers a strong presence in the paint, while Gary Trent Jr. could offer them a reliable scorer off the bench. The idea of reuniting with Kyle Kuzma is another possibility that's been floated, and while it might sound far-fetched, the Lakers could certainly use the shooting and versatility that Kuzma provides. The importance of chemistry cannot be overstated in all of this. The 2020 championship-winning Lakers team showed that talent alone is not enough. The team was incredibly well-balanced, with players knowing their roles and performing them at an elite level. The defense was stellar, the offense was dynamic, and the camaraderie was evident. The Lakers need to find a way to replicate that chemistry, especially if they're looking to integrate new players into the fold. Even if they manage to add another star or significant contributor, it's essential that they build a cohesive team. The last thing they want is to disrupt the delicate balance that's necessary for success. But with the potential for change, it's clear that the Lakers are at a pivotal moment. Their decisions this offseason will shape the team for years to come, and the front office is well aware of the stakes. The pressure to act is immense, but at the same time, the opportunity is there. If they can make the right moves, they have the chance to return to championship contention, not just for 1 year, but for the foreseeable future. It's a rare moment in time where the Lakers can position themselves for both short-term success and long-term dominance. Whether or not they seize that opportunity remains to be seen, but one thing is for certain. The coming months will be filled with intrigue and excitement, and the entire NBA world will be watching closely to see what the Lakers do next. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, In a move that's sending shockwaves through the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers are reportedly making an aggressive push to land Jalen Brunson. The electric point guard whose rise to stardom with the New York Knicks has been nothing short of meteoric. After a season that saw Brunson torch defenses with multiple 40-plus and even 60-point performances, the idea of pairing him with LeBron James and Anthony Davis is turning heads and turning the Western Conference chessboard on its head. The question is no longer if the Lakers are interested, it's how far they're willing to go to get him. Brunson's value has skyrocketed thanks to a historic 2024 to 2025 campaign, where he was named an All-Star starter and finished top 5 in MVP voting. He shattered Knicks records, including a jaw-dropping 61-point game, while becoming the first player in league history to post 4 straight 40-point playoff games with at least 5 assists. His postseason run was reminiscent of vintage Jordan, culminating in a heartbreaking Game 7 exit where he fractured his hand, only after setting multiple playoff scoring records. Now, with the offseason looming, the Lakers see a rare window to pry away a franchise-caliber talent. Sources close to the situation say that the Lakers are ready to offer a package that includes a mix of future first-round picks, promising young players, and possibly even a sign-in trade involving D'Angelo Russell or Austin Reeves. The team believes Brunson is the missing piece to reignite their championship aspirations in the post-LeBron era, while also creating an immediate super trio that could dominate the West. For a franchise that thrives on star power and Hollywood narratives, Brunson's fierce competitiveness and clutch gene fit the mold perfectly. But the Knicks aren't ready to fold. Brunson is not just a statistical marvel. He's the heartbeat of New York basketball, the newly minted captain, and the face of a revival that finally brought hope back to Madison Square Garden. After leading the team to a second-place finish in the East and nearly single-handedly carrying them through the playoffs, the Knicks see him as untouchable. League insiders suggest that it would take a Godfather offer to even get New York to pick up the phone, one that would risk gutting the Lakers' already shallow depth chart. Still, this is LA, where superstars are currency and boldness is a tradition. With LeBron's career winding down and the Western Conference as competitive as ever, the Lakers aren't sitting still. Whether the Knicks yield or hold the line, the mere pursuit of Brunson signals a seismic shift in the league's power dynamics. One thing's for sure, the Brunson sweepstakes have begun, and the Lakers are all in. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.